you imagine you go to school, they give you a test, they're like, you got an F. Nice. Now what are you going to do? You want to be successful, you get a series of successes to be successful. Except that's not how life works. That's not how being an entrepreneur works. You don't get A's all the way to success, you get fails. What are you going to do to get to the next thing? What are you going to do to learn? No, we're just like, do what I say. I'm going to give you what's on the test, because that's our question, right? What's on the test? Because we don't care about learning anything. We just want to know what's on the test. And then we get what's on the test, and then we get an A, and then we know that we've done well, because first of all, now we've gotten an A, and we have approval from the teacher. It's like the opposite of what we need. We need failure, and we need a teacher that's like, yeah, no. You can pay me, and I will do this for you, just in case you're interested. What's going to happen when you fail is you got to become this person who's already there. Think about anything amazing that you've achieved in your life that you had to fail your way to get there. When you failed, you thought it was the end of the world. Remember that first person you dated, so you thought you'd never get married, right? And now you're like, thank God, right? We need to think about our failure from where we're going to end up. That's what keeps us going through this process. So what does your future self, your person that's at the after, think about the thing that just happened where you asked that client to come work with you and they said no? It's no big deal, right? Doesn't mean anything. Certainly doesn't mean anything about you. I call this the river of misery. Why does anyone go through the river of misery? It's so freaking awesome on the other side. Now, let me ask you this. Is it awesome because this was easy, or is it awesome because this was hell? Isn't that crazy? People are like, I don't want it to be hard. How do I make it easy? I'm like, let it be hard, because then when you get there, it's like, I want to build big muscles. How do I make these weights less heavy? The heavier, the better.
Yeah.
The heavier, the stronger. Now, here's the thing. Why should you set big goals for yourself? Because then you learn how to get over all your own bullshit. And then you can just do it again and again and again. It just makes your life totally fascinating instead of just staying here. But I like calling it the river of misery because I don't mind a little misery. Here's the thing. This is like a stagnant pond of misery. This is at least a river. Misery's gonna happen, y'all. You've noticed, right? No matter where you are in your life, there's always gonna be a little touch of misery. The funnest thing that I've ever done in my life is astound myself. Is do something that just is like, holy shit. Like you blow your own mind. And it's so fun to talk to some of my students who have done that same thing. Just to be in the space where you're proud of yourself, you're astounded by yourself. You know what's great about torturing yourself with the river of misery is that on the other side you can be astounded, but you don't take too much time to be astounded because you're so excited to do it again and again and again and again. That's what being alive to me is. We're gonna be 50-50. I'd like the 50-50 to be moving and just change the scenery a little bit. But here's the trick, y'all. If you can learn to love this, if you can learn to love the training, that's when it's just magic, right? Because you don't want to be like suffer just so I can get here. Because you cross the finish line, but then you go right back into misery. The problem is our brain doesn't know that. Our brain thinks, listen, stay here. So you have to override your own brain with your brain, right? But that's the magic of being human, is you can use your brain to overcome your own brain, to overcome your own evolution, to be able to evolve beyond where you are. Have you noticed that humans can do that? I think that's the most magnificent thing.